I haven't done a vlog in a while, so I have a lot of notes that I need to catch up on. Yeah, at least six, seven. Wow, okay, and eight. So I actually wrote down some of the notes here. Oh, if you haven't noticed, I'm a bit red. Now, that isn't even from my screen. Like, my screen is blue. My screen is just like regular. But I got this, my roommate gave me this light, and I heard from Andrew Huberman that it's better to have red light as you're going to sleep. So ideally you'd have blue or you'd have no light before going to sleep. And then second best is no blue light. But the way you get no blue light is by just having a red light. So red is the complement, is the antagonist of blue, if that makes sense. So basically the idea is just no blue light, but it is light so I can still see. And there's even studies that say that it's actually better than no light, but I would just say it's the best form of light before going to sleep. I think no light is absolute best, or at least very dim light. Okay, all of that tangent done. I wrote my notes in this little notepad here that was gifted to me. And I was going to transcribe them onto the computer, but I realized, you know what? This is what the notepad is for. Why transcribe it if I already have it written down on the notepad? So I wrote this back in April 14th. Okay, I also had a couple. So the reason I've been slacking off on the vlog is because I had exams and I had to study, and I've just been busy. Even after I finished exams, I kept on forgetting to do the vlog, and I would have my roommate come in so that I wouldn't sleep too late. And I do the vlogs pretty late anyways, so and I also had projects where I started working on FL Studios, started making beats and songs. That's been a lot of fun, but it's interfered with vlogging, at least in my opinion. I mean, honestly, if I sacrificed other things, and that would leave me for more time to vlog, so that's not really an excuse. I just haven't been vlogging. But here I am now. This was written back in April 14th, so what, around 15 days ago? A little more than 15, 16 days ago. Reaching anniversary of vlog. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm I'm actually really close to having a 1 year anniversary since I've started this vlog, and I'll have to check my very first video for the vlog. I had some random videos before the vlogs, but the vlogs is really my main goal. So it'd be nice to see the progression that I've had so far in terms of speaking and organizing my thoughts and pace and looking at the camera. So, actually, I thought looking at the camera was such an important piece, such an important part of, I guess, vlogging, but in general, talking to people, you want to look at them and deliver your points while looking in their eyes. But I realized, or not realized, I listened to this podcast yesterday, and it was saying how she was an expert in socialization, charisma. She was saying, you actually don't want to stare into people's eyes. That's creepy. So, what you could do, what ideally though, what you want to do is at the end of a point, you look at their eyes. So you say your point, you can look away, you can trail or look around. That's normal. People think like that, and it doesn't show insecurity, much insecurity. But what you need to do is at the end of your sentence, you then look as you deliver your point to the person's eyes. But I think I see I'm not an expert, so I this is only my opinion. you should still look at their eyes as much as possible. People like that. And there was even this one person who was looking, we were we would talk, we would have a conversation, and she was looking straight into my, like staring into my soul. And I thought it was a little bit unnerving, but at the same time, I was like, this is nice. Nobody else, it's like she's fully focused on me, even while she was talking, fully focused on me, and um, complete attention. I have her complete and undivided attention. Reaching anniversary of the vlog. Yeah, I'm just really proud of that. I might have to look at some of my reviews, some of my vlogs again, and see what I still need to work on. Another thing, so this is from the Charisma podcast that I saw yesterday. You don't want to touch your face while you're talking. That shows liars tend to touch their face while they're talking, but that doesn't mean that you're lying if you touch your face. It's just a sign of, I don't know, insecurity, non-charisma. Just people do not like it. Damn it. Now I had to touch my face. Okay. Next point. I got my first unsolicited frag compliment. So I went to mass. I had this fragrance on. See, okay, I'm gatekeeping this fragrance, but maybe I shouldn't. I had Tarathi Blue. Damn, now it's out in the open. Now people are gonna steal my scent. Damn it, all two people that watch this video. But seriously, I've had fragrances for 3 years, and I've sprayed them almost every day. And this is the only fragrance that has gotten a compliment. My very first unsolicited fragrance compliment. And I just got it like 2 weeks ago over reading week. And I've only sprayed it a few times, and that was probably within the first 3 times that I sprayed it. So that shows you how good of a fragrance it is. I did slightly overspray, so 5 sprays, and I tend to do 3 sprays. So now I'm realizing, you know what, maybe I should be overspraying, at least what I consider overspraying. So 5 sprays, which is a little bit on the higher side, but I'll have to experiment. Because if you spray too little, people just don't smell you. Like, they smell a hint of you, but it's like they don't, they don't fully, I don't know. I do know. I do know. Like, they can't get the true essence of the fragrance that that you can smell all the time. So you need to up it just a little bit. Really proud of that one. That's Tarathi Blue has to be one of my favorite, if not my favorite fragrance that I own. Definitely. Favorite fragrance that I own, definitely. It's so beautiful. And Art of Universe, which is a blue talisman dupe, is getting a lot of popularity. I tried it in store and I love it. It's just as good as Tarathi Blue, if not maybe even better. It's on the youthful side. It's just so good. And it's a summer scent, maybe even fall. I don't know about spring, maybe spring, but not really winter. It's just, it's so nice and it's sweet. I don't know how else to describe it. I could list out the notes, but it wouldn't do it justice. It's just so beautiful. Look into those both if you're looking for a summer scent. Art of the Universe and Tarathi Blue. Absolutely stunning. Okay, next point. Oh man. So reflecting, I was super depressed last year on my birthday. And last night, this is what I was writing. Last night I was a bit, but then I thought about what I'd do. So I was a bit depressed. I was very depressed last year. And recently, April 14th, when I was writing these notes, I felt a little depressed. Just like you get that feeling sometimes where it's like, what's the point of this? And that's where depression starts to set in for me personally, but I know it happens for other people too. That's just such a big thing against me. And I had that a bit on April 14th, but then I realized what pulled me out of that is the idea of what I do, the idea of what I can accomplish, what I can work on, how I can improve myself. And to name them specifically, they were making a song, so making songs in FL Studio, and working on my coding projects, and working out, and tossing a frisbee with Thomas, my friend. So that's just thinking that elevated my mood. And even before I did this podcast, I was just feeling honestly, a little lonely. And then, like, I was just playing Rocket League, and it really doesn't fill the void. I mean, I was playing Rocket League for fun, but then at some point, it's just like, oh, I feel hollow. Let me play another game, and that's when it kind of goes bad. It's just not. It gets addictive, and that's not what I want. So, um, what was I saying? Right, that pulled me out of it. Just oh right. So I was playing Rocket League, and then I thought, like, man, I just don't know what to do. I'm kind of bored, but I just don't want to do anything. I don't want to work on my projects. I just don't feel the energy, feel the drive right now to do anything. And that made me feel a little bit, I wouldn't say depressed, but just like, ugh, don't know how to put it into words. So then, yeah, I just thought about, and then like looking at this note, it helped me remember, you know what, this is all I have to do. I just have to think of what I hope to accomplish. Next point, I still don't have a friend that I can just hit up whenever. I don't know what else to say. I've been in university, I've been at Carleton for a year. I've been trying to make friends, make a lot of friends. And I've made a lot of friends, but I haven't made a friend that I really connect with. Well, okay, I did make a friend that I really connected with, but then our friendship ended for whatever reason. And now I'm just left with no one to really relate with. And even if we were to remain friends, he wouldn't have been at school anymore. He graduated already. Okay, so now it's just like, man, having a friend. So I have this really close friend, Ryan, and we are so alike. It's just so nice. It's so nice. The way, oh my goodness, it's just so like everything. The way we have computer science brains, and so we try to optimize things, and then we are very precise in our speech, and we try to improve. We're very much into self-improvement, and that's really all you need in a friend. I don't really ask for much, but that connection that we have is unlike anybody that I've met, at least at Carleton. And I can't seem to find someone with that drive to be a better person, to constantly improve, but also to have fun the way I have fun, to socialize the way I socialize, and to work on the things that I want to work on. I'm not even asking for a relationship. I'm not even asking for a girlfriend. I'm just asking for someone who's really close to me. And I, some of the criteria is having them close to me in terms of values, but close to me in terms of proximity. Literally close. Because having that, I roomed with Ryan, and so I could just knock on his door whenever and I could say, hey, you want to watch a movie? Or hey, you want to do this? Or you want to eat for a little bit, or like eat together, or whatever. But I can't, there's no friend that I feel like doing that with. Again, I said I have quite a few friends in Carleton, but none of them I just, like, I'd really enjoy their company, as brutal as that sounds. Just knowing what I can have. And maybe I should be more lenient and be okay with not having a Ryan in Carleton. But at that point, it feels like I'm settling and I'm not going to grow myself to the potential that I could grow myself to. Just having a friend going in that same direction helps so much and gives you motivation to do things and is fun having your counterpart, man. Next point. Think about meeting neighbors and playing frisbee, and then if we got along, invite over for Mario Kart 8. My plan for the summer, I have this tiny goal for the summer, and it's to knock on one of the neighbors' doors with all of my roommates, and I'll ask them, and hopefully get a university age person answering, and get them to come over and play frisbee with us, or go over to the park, which is literally just probably 100 meters from our house, a little more than 100 meters, but very much walkable distance. Actually, no, I think it's okay, 200 meters, maybe 150, whatever. So completely random, don't know the neighbors at all. And the tricky part is that I don't know if they're going to be super old or even university age people, but I bet I can just keep on knocking on doors and finally find one group of people that are our age and would be interested in throwing frisbee. So not only that, not only do you have to find people that are our age, you have to find them that they're interested in joining you in hanging out. But I don't think that'd be that hard. Like, kind of, if you're looking at probability, given B, given that um given that you find someone our age, I'm sure they'd be willing to play. It's much higher chance, higher probability that they'd be willing to play frisbee with similar aged people and potentially become close friends. And all because we're just a few meters away. We're literally neighbors. So that's kind of a dream. And if I end up becoming really close friends with them, that's the type of person that I can just hit up whenever. I can just say, hey, you want to come over to my house and watch a movie? You want to play frisbee right now in 5 minutes? Like, just texting. And hey, you want to come over and make a beat? Just or like make food. Just anything. Just talk. You wanna come over and talk. You wanna come over and hang out. So it feels like that's what I'm missing. And that's all I have. That's all I have. Can you believe it? Under 20 minutes. Who would have thought? I'll try to be more consistent with this. I mean, my exams are over, so I should have tons of time.